What if a single shift in your perspective could transform everything? Welcome to Perspective Flux, a podcast dedicated to evolving viewpoints, lifelong learning, and personal greatness. My name is Jemmie, and I'm here to guide you through the beautiful chaos of growth. Welcome to Perspective Flux. My journey, your invitation. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. My name is Jemmie, and I'm your host at Perspective Flux. So today here at Novotel, we are right here at Novotel. As you can see, it's a very nice place. They have great rooms, good meals, and good services, great services. And we are grateful for having this opportunity today just to enjoy ourselves around here and to talk about Perspective Flux. And today we are going to talk about money. But before that, I want to introduce my friend here. I wanted to introduce herself. I've known her right from college days, from Kabarak University. You know Kabarak University? Them days, that was the university. I know people normally say the University of Nairobi, of the Nairobi University. What do you normally say? The University of Nairobi. But I must say that it's Kabarak University. When Moi was our chancellor and we were the pioneers, I think it was the best time. Eh?
Yeah, we enjoyed a lot.
Yeah. So this is Rhina, but I want her to introduce herself. And from there, we shall pick it up. Yes,
Okay.
Rhina.
Thank you so much, Jemmie, for inviting me to speak today to your channel, to your people. I'm so honored to be here. And my name is Rhina Namsia, and I'm a financial analyst by profession. I've studied finance in school. I've studied accounting in school, and eventually I've been employed before in the finance space, but eventually went to start my own company called Acing Consulting, which we'll talk about it at some point later on. I ventured into financial consultancy, into financial advisory, investment advisory. It's basically what I do as a self-employed person, but running my own company.
Yes, as you can see, those were the mathematicians those days as we are struggling with calculus, and then they knew it on top of their head. Anyway, and such is life anyway. Does it help you today, the calculus?
Actually, when it comes to finance, it's not really the mathematics. There's finance math, and then there's math. So I don't see where I apply calculus, but in economics, there's a bit of that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So let me ask you, in all those topics, there are some that you used to do. Which ones do you apply the most? Are there things that you learn in the financial management in school at Kabarak?
Yeah. Now, given that I did accounting from high school, for me personally, I think I've always loved numbers. So, and I've been able to understand the difference of why people are not able to see if they're applying it in their real life. For me, I'm applying it where I'm bridging the gap between what you did in school versus how it is applied in real life. So, for instance, what we learned in school in accounting and finance was more of theory. But now when it comes to me in my advisory services and consultancy, I apply those principles and the disciplines we learned in theory to make it make sense to the person practically. So for me, it actually makes sense. I'm actually applying it when I'm supposed to ensure my client's net worth is balancing. That is liabilities versus assets. That is literally balancing accounts in school, which we learned. I'm applying it now in personal finance. So it's making sense. I've applied it in a way to make it make sense.
Yes, I'm happy to tell that even me, I know my bank account balance.
That's bank account balance. What is your liability account balance?
Yeah, you see, I'm able to report that. I know what is the liability and what is
That's good.
the balance sheet.
At least you know that. That those who don't know.
So I'm happy to let you know that. Anyway, now today, my people, we're just speaking about money. What is money to you? I know there are a few questions that have been asked at Acing Life with Jemmie when you are talking about, was it, I think it was a podcast or the YouTube, but I think it was it could be Perspective Flux, about people asking, what do you mean by saying freedom of money? What is that financial freedom? What does it mean? And what is money to you? And how has your money interaction been from your childhood? How did you interact with money? When did you first save? How did you look at? Those are some of the things we are going to talk about today. And the first one you're going to start is, Rhina, if I might ask you, what is money?
Okay. Um, I'll have two definitions of it, of money. First from the school definition, and then the application to life. So from school, money is a medium of exchange, meaning it's a tool used to trade. So previously people used to trade goods for goods, but then money came to replace one end, so you trade it to another service or a good. But then to my personal life, money to me is still a tool that I use to make my life better. For me, money, I'm happy when I have money. Like, it's a tool that when I lack, I sometimes feel not even totally lack. I have a level of where I feel I lack. And when I come to that level, I'm kind of stressed. I feel like I can't do some things that I want to do the way I want to do. I feel I can't provide for my child the way I want to do. So it's a tool that when I have, actually it makes me happy. And to different people, money means different things to them. There are people who money to them is um is a tool they use not necessarily to make them happy, but to meet their needs. Do you know you can meet your needs, but you're not necessarily happy? But that those who people, once they have the money, they're able to pay their bills, they're able to do this, they're able to do that. That is something, but that is very essential to them. And you find that most of those people are people who living below the poverty level. To them, money is a tool that needs to meet their needs, which basically it could be everyone. But overall, money is a medium of exchange. So you ask yourself, you're exchanging money to what? When you have that question in mind of what money means to you and what you want it to exchange it for what, then you'll be able to understand that you don't want to have money so that it can stay with you. You want to have money so that you can use it to get something. So that something is what you need to define by yourself. Is it about the goals you want to achieve? Is it about which can be investments, any savings, you want to own a home or something of the sort? So you can only do that with money when you have money. So then you ask yourself, how do I get the money? Where do I find the money? So it's a channel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just from the expert herself. And I think in our next episode, we will talk about how do you invest your money? How do you have money all through in your life? Did you know that you can have money all the time?
Of course. Yeah.
Sounds like it sounds like a joke, but yeah. So Rina will be talking to us in our next episode on the investments and what hasn't
Acing
consulting is
consulting.
doing to improve lives and also to just help people achieve the financial freedom and to budget as well, so that then you can live a fulfilling life as long as we are still living here in the world. I mean, God knows when. But yeah, so in our next episode, that's what we'll be talking about. But today we're just having you know, we're just having random talks just about money, how we came to interact with money. And if I may ask, how was your first interaction with money from your childhood to date? Just the first one. I think the first
Yeah.
one is always interesting.
It is interesting. You don't find it interesting back then, but when you grow up, you picture it back then. You realize it was an interesting encounter. For me, I would say I was lucky to have parents who are working, and therefore, especially for my mom, she was very open with me when it comes to not really giving me the money, but I think in our house we would find notes, coins. The 5 bob coins back then were there, and the 20 bob note was back there. We'll find money on tables. And I think my dad probably would put money in certain places to test us if we'll pick that money or not. And my mom, I used to know where she used to keep her coins. So all the time in primary school, when I would go back home for lunch to go back to school, I think I would always ask for money, 5 bob, 1 bob, to buy those snacks.
The
The break time in
ice
nini?
cream.
Ice
They call
cream.
us ice pops.
Yes, ice cream back then. It was just ice cream. Barafu. So
Oh, yeah.
she would go take those coins, and I would always follow her to see where she gets the money. And I remember I would sometimes go to the market and get money. So I think in my homestead, I've seen money growing up. Those I would call that money, because that was money in places. And I think by that, even when my dad would maybe set us up, I would still not take that money. I had that discipline to respect my dad's money and my parents' money. And then my mom would take me to end month. Every end month, she used to bank with Barclays Bank back then. And I was lucky enough to enter Barclays Bank when it was still Barclays at a very tender age. She would take me every end month to go earn her salary. So I encountered even how people would line up in the bank, and me, I would sit, wait there. She earns her money at the counter. I actually would go to the counter with her sometimes, so I knew generation of money from the bank back then. And after that, she will go do the house shopping, end month, always. And me with her always would buy me lunch, soda, chips back then. So I would say at that time I wouldn't understand the bit of expenses, but I would understand how she earned her money through going to the counter to get her salary. And then ndo najua she's supposed now to buy food. That is the time we'll eat nice chapo. That is the time we'll eat snacks that we didn't have these other times of the month. So no, that is how I understood money back
Wow, interesting. I think for me, my first interaction with money was the bank I knew was Standard Chartered Bank. And my dad used to work outside the country. So, and I thank God for my parents. They used to be very transparent. We knew when there was money and when there's no money. And there was those conversations.
then.
Like, this is what we have and there's no money. And you take it from that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's something I admired from them. But having learned on it is that where my dad used to work, they used to get their salaries every 24th of every month. So on 24th, there's a time my mom took me to the ATM machine. Actually, I think I would say that was my first really interaction with money, and showed me how to use the ATM card. I was in primary, I think lower primary or primary school, upper, whatever. Yes. And then she showed me how to use the ATM card. And I didn't know that was going to be my role to be checking if the salary has checked in. So the following month, she gave me the card and told me that, do you remember the PIN? Say, yes, I remember. Actually, she shared with us the PIN. I knew my dad's PIN number for the ATM card and a PIN number.
Really?
That's how transparent they were. But again, I think we were also disciplined because you couldn't
Yeah.
take any money. I don't know of today what could happen with the world of today, but as we were, maybe because we millennials, again, you only take what you're given.
Yeah, true.
You don't take because you're entitled to. Again, the millennial mind.
Yeah.
So, and then now, every month I used to go and check for her. And then she tells me that, Joy, my home name is Joy, go and check for me. Here is the card. Of course, you've crammed the ATM, the PIN number. So then you rush to the Standard Bank in Kisumu, the one in Kisumu. It was next down somewhere. I don't know which road was that, or Bote Road or whatever. So I went there and checked. And then I call her. It's saying, we regret. Did you get money? No. It is indicated we regret. So I came to that. Oh, when you say we regret, it means there's no money. Oh, we regret. So okay, just come back. And those days we were using them. We were using them. Not motorbikes. Motorbikes were not there. Bicycles. Those.
I remember.
Not even mountain.
Normal
No,
bicycles.
these normal ones. And then you sit in a metallic thing there with we regret to go to your mother back at home. Then she keeps it. Then she says, tomorrow by midday, I want to go and check again. Then you go and check. He says, there is money. Then she didn't even ask me to check how much. She said, just take like 20,000, put nicely in your pocket, and make sure no one is seeing you putting in the pin. So that's how I interacted with this, putting the pin and inserting the pin, and then bring for me the money. So that was an alarm for mom that money has actually checked in dad's account. So then I take it back, and then I give her the 20, and then I give her pin. Now the following day, now she goes and do shopping, school fees, she pays. And my mom is a very responsible woman. So and another time I interacted with money now, then I was taken to a boarding school. And I used to have a friend of mine called Doreen. There was a bazaar. You remember those bazaar of boarding school?
Yeah.
Yes. And that is now in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, every visiting day, we used to give him like 500 shillings to keep for us. Was it even 500? I think it was 100. So
Mostly
every visiting
500.
day,
Yeah.
500 we keep. Then closing day, we go to the bazaar
I
to take
think we
that
used to
money.
fund these guys a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And but I don't know.
Have to think of
I don't
it.
think they invested those money.
Oh.
Were they really investing those cash?
Probably no, maybe yes. I don't know, but you'll find that probably it was a good cash flow for them.
Yes.
They know by it will be returned end of the term, so they will use it in between here.
Yes, so we used to keep it, and then after that, we get it at the end of the term. We go to Kibuye Market in Kisumu, and you just buy clothes that even you can't put on twice. What were those, by the way? So I mean, having money with no knowledge is also not very good. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think it was just our days. But we were happy that you were keeping something. So by at the end of the term, maybe you say you have 1,000 bob, or you have 1,500. You're like, Then we meet in Kibuye, we go and buy some clothes.
It's called, like, when you hold money, you feel money has power and has value. So you don't even know the value you're carrying, but as long as you just have money, you feel you should know at the end of the time I have this 1,500. And like if you didn't have it, this you feel powerless or
Yeah.
something.
Yes. So I think that was really my interaction with money and just the transparency. And I thought maybe growing up, that's how the world is. That everyone will just be transparent with their money and everything. Only to come and realize. I don't know that you've also experienced anything different.
Yeah.
You know, like those, when they're giving you money, for example, let me show you. Now, this is the wallet. For me, this is how my dad used to be. May his soul rest in peace. He'll tell you ask, how much do you want? You know, we used to do shopping list before we go, before the school opens to go for shopping and all that. So that night, you prepare the list and then you give them mom and dad. Then they check, they start eliminating this one.
Yeah.
With their spectacles. This one. They tick or cross everything they want to cross. Then from there, the following day, they go and buy everything that they have ticked that is correct and you require. Then when you're going to school, then my dad will open his wallet. By the way, truth be told, this is his wallet now.
Yeah.
He'll open like this and say, now the school fees is how much? Then there's a list of the things you could show you there. Now this is what we paid for school fees, and this is what your shopping cost. And then as you see this wallet, nothing is remaining. Then he takes 500. Now this is now this one is your pocket money. You see, and I used to believe that. And by the way, my parents, when they don't have, they tell me that they don't have money. And that created a lot of understanding, which I think even parents need to do to date.
Yeah, and I think you are lucky to have that, because I live by that nowadays. For me, I've never understood, or I'm always wondering why even someone has to give me money, folding it, hiding it. You know how even like an auntie or someone, or even me as a friend, I want to give you money, cash money. People would hide that money.
I've
that
never
they've given you hiding. I've
Yes.
never understood why people. Maybe if I give you money, I give you money openly. If it's 10,000, if it's 100 bob, it's openly like that.
Yeah.
I think you are lucky to have that kind of transparency, because again, even in my work right now, I talk to most parents. It's how they grew up, so it's how they have also brought it
Yeah.
into their lives now, where a parent just tells their child, there's no money. I'm like, no, we grew up like that. A parent just tells you want something, you want a certain shoes, your mom or your dad just tells you, no, we can't do that. Hakuna pesa. But if you explain to this child why there's no money or how there's no money, like you had the transparency, once you're given the 500, you've clearly seen there's no money.
There's no money. And I believe there's no money. And
But
they are
if
not
your dad
even
will
pretending.
just tell you,
yes.
there's no money, just take this 500 and go to school. That is how most parents will dismiss children.
I remember my mom told me one thing, that if you see someone giving you money, it is your wallet. I'll not take it. Now you are here, they want to give money. Then
you are hiding it, nothing to hide. It's there to be hidden.
of course, there's no transparency. I'm like, okay, you are
Yeah.
hiding the other 1,000 so I don't see.
There's
So then
hiding,
you
there's
give me.
fear.
And sometimes it is empty. It's not there. It's just what you have given me. So for me, I always feel, when I see that. But again, I also appreciate the environment and the background where everyone has come from. But for us, it was so transparent. And I think that was really good. And if we ever had to buy something, my mom used to have posho mill. And I used to sell potatoes. So if I sell potatoes, she used to send me to the market to sell potatoes, or I go to the posho mill. After that, maybe during the weekend, she'll give me like 20 bob. 20 bob those days was a lot
It's
of
a lot,
money.
yeah.
Or I go and sell potatoes. When I bring for her, like for example, I sold like 3,000 bob. She'll give me like 50 bob or 100. So then she'll tell me that now you can go and buy that skirt you want. You can go and buy that shoe you want and all that. And I think with time, it has trained me that money does not just come. You've got to work for it.
Yeah.
So anytime I see money coming to me that I've not worked for, I always fear and run away from it.
Yeah,
I don't know, because it's because of my upbringing.
And it's important because when you if you would have just been dismissed, and this is something me partly I've grown up with that. We've been told no money, so you start being curious as a child.
Yeah.
What do you mean no money? And I'm seeing you with a new cloth. And maybe even she didn't buy that dress or that cloth that time.
Yes.
Alibuy kitabo, but because of hiding, purely hide sana, and I later on. So you realize that you start being curious of wondering, what do you mean there's no money? And I'm seeing you with this certain thing, a dress or shoes that are really nice, they look expensive.
Yeah.
But when you explain that there's no money and why we don't have money, like your mom took you through the process of how I earned it, how I've spent it, and what I've remained with.
Yeah.
That is why you're able to question this money that I have that I've not worked for. Where is it coming from? Yeah. So it actually brings about a lot of integrity.
Yes. Yeah.
Transparency it pours in now into integrity of how you earn your money.
Yeah. So I think that's really something that people need to emulate, just being transparent. And I think that also happens. Okay, people say that most of the divorce in this country happens because of financial issues, because someone is not transparent, or someone is, or they need to share accounts. I don't know. I don't believe in one account, but maybe if that is the real love, the Lord will lead me there. I shall. Where
every couple with their own, every marriage with their own
way of doing things. Yes, but what I believe in is you can have an investment account together. If you agree as partners, and still have that freedom of your own money.
Yeah, so it's very important.
Yes. And I think it can cause a lot of frustration. I'm just thinking, yeah, it can cause a lot of frustration when you have a shared account, you call it joint account. And then every time, if you want something, you have to pass. That kills me.
I will tell you this for free as a woman.
Please.
And I will tell my fellow woman. For those who are in it, joint account, they have their own reasons. I'm not saying don't have joint accounts, but your one sole account, even if you have a joint account with your partner, please, as a woman, have your own. There are things we just want to buy without being questioned, looking funny. Because some of these things men may not understand. Why I'm buying lipstick every week, different types of lipsticks.
Yes, lipstick.
And I'm doing my hair. I've gone to the salon today, and by 2 days I'm gonna change my hairstyle.
Yeah, because you didn't feel like it's good, you know.
And then they will not understand that totally. It's not that thing. But as women, we have those expenses which are recurring and sometimes very frequent, that sometimes you just want your own money to do that, and you have your own expense account to be doing that. I'm thinking, I've never had a joint account as well. I'm thinking when you have, or I've had such kind of a story as well. Someone was asked, we have a joint account. She wanted now a single account. She was asked, why do you want your own account here? We have a joint account here. You can always buy anything from this. Then she said, she told the husband that, I want to, not just a husband, a fiance, because I buy hair, I buy wigs and hair a lot, and I want to be doing that with my freedom.
Yeah, with the freedom.
Without being questioned. Being judged when I'm buying different types of hair. So that, I think as a woman, you just need to have your own account.
I think you need
Very
to have to.
important.
And again, as a woman, and I pray for all the women. And this is why also Acing Life with Jemmie and under Perspective Flux, we have the Acing Life with Jemmie where we talk about investor circle, where we talk about investment. And very soon you're also going to partner with the Ascent Consulting to just try and also touch lives of women. How can you improve your life? And how can you just have your own? Something that my mom told me that I'll never forget about is that it's for a woman, it is important to have your own money.
Yeah.
Whether it is 5 shillings per month, that one you budget with it. And I'm not saying that you don't share or whatever, but it's important to have your own. Sorry if this might rub you wrongly, but from a place of humility, it is important
Very important.
that you have your own cash and you can walk. Because sometimes as women, you walk in the street and you find, that top, it can match with that dress.
Exactly.
That shoe. If I get this shoe with that other, I think it will go well. You get it?
Yeah.
But because you have your own, you can. But now you see, if you do not have, you'll have to rely on someone, which is also not good. You're like, hey, so and so, I've seen this. That's where the depression begins. So investor circle also help women to improve their lives and also start investing in yourself and make use of the talent that the Lord gave you. Each and everyone is unique. Each and every one of us is unique, and there's something that you can use to make your own money in you. The solution is within you. Remember, you are the creator of your own results. As it close, I know there are people who are asking, I don't know that you've seen the other episode I had with Gloria from the US.
Yeah, I saw it.
And we were talking about financial freedom. And people really asked, and I thought it was important to bring an expert to also expand that, because financial freedom means different things to different people.
Yeah.
So maybe perhaps you could just chime in and tell us, what is financial freedom?
Okay. Financial freedom, first of all, you need to understand that it is not a figure, it is a place you reach. And it's not a figure because the level we reach for us to feel that we have that freedom of doing anything we can and not going to work and not thinking about money, not thinking about where you're going to get your next rent, where you're not going to get your next money to pay a mortgage, is different from all of us. For one person, it could be at 50. For another person, it could be at 24. For another person, it could be at 40. That is why it is a level and not a figure. So it is where you actually know that you are able to cover your daily and monthly expenses without worrying where your next income is gonna come from. And this means to get to that level, you have to accumulate, you have to get to a place where money now starts working for you. You're not working for the money. You can decide to leave your HR job today and you're not worried about the next year how I'm gonna survive. All your expenses that you always cater for will be taken care of from the investments or income that you have created for you to get to that place. How you cater for your grooming, your child, and everything. You don't worry about that.
You don't worry about
You
that.
don't worry about if this job is stressing me, if I want to leave. Because that is where you find that when you have a stressful job or something that is bothering you with how you're earning your income, you don't leave that thing, because when you leave, then what next?
What next?
Yeah. There's a lot that goes into, do you go back home? How do you pay your bills? So you have to reach to that level where you know, I have a coffer, whether it is an investment account, whether it is your assets combined, real estate, bonds, treasury bonds, you have a business running, all that combined can take care of your monthly bills that you have. So first of all, you need to understand, and that is where we will talk about, you need to understand your cash flows and know your kind of expenses and amount you spend. Do you know how much you spend every month, relatively?
Well,
You don't have to
relatively,
say.
it's so inconsistent.
Yes. So yeah, you first of all need to understand the amount you actually spend every month, and are you comfortable with that, or you're still at the level where you want to climb a bit? Because we don't always advocate for cutting your expenses. Sometimes you're at a level of life where you need to add in more income. than cutting your expenses, depending on how you want to live your lifestyle. So once you understand that figure, you know that I need 200K every month for me to be comfortable at the minimum. Then build a coffer of investments and everything else that you know at any given time and point, I have 200K I have money that I cater for 200K per month. Yeah. So once you have that, then you started the journey of being financially free, because the investments, especially assets that you build, we always say don't sell your assets, sell the fruits. Use the cash flows that come from the assets. So you might find that when you're starting your journey to financial freedom, you're accumulating assets and you become delusional at some point. You feel like you have it all, and then you end up leaving a job without a plan, and then you've not checked your expenses per month, how they flow. Like an entire year, you don't even know how much you've spent. You will end up either selling that investment at some point. You've not covered your insurance, your health, your whatever. So if you don't look at that, you might end up selling your investments or having to go back to work, and that is not financial freedom. So financial freedom involves accumulating assets that will take care of you, covering your perils that include medical and other illnesses and disability and other insurance that you may need in case you need to stop working and all that, because most of the time medical issues are the ones which eat into our financial freedom corpus. So you need to cover all that for you to actually say, I'm at a point where I know for this entire year, if anything happens, I can just go for holidays. I have money to spend, but I also have assets that are going to be paying my bills even while I'm not working. So it is a level that you have to understand for you as a person. That level that you want to live, that kind of lifestyle. Do you have assets or that can give you that can cover that kind of that give you income to cover that kind of lifestyle? Because again, you might have assets, but they're not enough to cover the kind of lifestyle that you want. It might not even be the current lifestyle. So you need to determine that first. Yeah.
Wow. So you understand it means different things, different levels to different people.
Yeah.
Some of the people say that my financial freedom is defined from I get to the supermarket and I take everything that I need and I'm able to pay at the counter until I have tomorrow. I mean, so it's a matter of, and in our next episode, you're going to talk about even budgeting and then how can you even make your budget fit. But I think also, even just to touch a bit on that, budgeting is important. The moment you start it, there's a way you feel even as a person. It's just like the weight loss journey. The moment you start eating
brings
healthy,
awareness.
Yes, you start eating healthy, you start kind of like become lighter and very positive in life and all that and all that. So it's more or less the same steps anyway. So anyway, we'll look into that in our next episode. And I want to say thank you so much for joining me, Rhina, as an Ascent Consulting. I know we'll be collaborating more on this. And to the Novotel, I want to say thank you so much for the great environment, and we've really enjoyed ourselves here. And we can't just wait to show the world how good this place is and never to miss it. Thank you very much. And to my lovely subscribers, today we are at 1,333 subscribers. And I don't take it for granted. You are so lovely. May the good Lord guide and bless you still and cover you so well as you continue to enjoy the channel. Kindly comment, like, and share. Thank you very much. Remember, growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the flux. Welcome to Perspective Flux. Let's grow together.